that Winter Storm Blair did bring a lot of problems, though, too. So want to make sure that we sort of understand that. Kansas City, we ended up with 11 inches of snow, putting us at number 4 on our list of top one-day snowfall totals. It was a big deal. I mean, we were talking about this going into the storm, that we don't get many events where we get over 10 or 11 inches of snow in Kansas City. So this puts it up there in the upper echelon. Topeka, we ended up with 14 inches. That puts us at number 3 on the list. The significant snow that fell from Kansas to Missouri. You can see the bullseyes in the cities. Look at Kansas City, St. Louis. Now, St. Louis officially you had 5 or 6 inches, but north of town there was a lot more. And then over into southern Ohio, into West Virginia, into Western Maryland, into the D.C. area, we had some big snow, which is contributing to how cold it is out there right now. Temperatures are sitting in the 20s. When you've got a snowpack, it really refrigerates the air. So no hope for really warming up a whole lot today. 25 in Louisville, 28 in D.C., 25 in Roanoke. Richmond, you ended up with some significant snow, too, combined with the ice that you had. It was kind of that ice sandwich where you had snow, and then you had freezing rain, and then you had snow. So that led to some power issues. Roanoke, too. Some of the biggest ice totals that we saw in Fairlawn, Virginia, 3/4 of an inch of freezing rain. That's a lot. That'll weigh down power lines, weigh down trees, and of course lead to power outages. Also cause some damage too. Beckley, West Virginia, coming in with about a ½ inch of ice. Now the next system that we're going to be tracking, Winter Storm Cora, features all of these same things. We're going to have the snow. We're going to have the risk of some freezing rain. We may have some sleet mix again as well, and we will have the cold. Alex here. So break it down. What can we expect? Yeah, they talk about ready, set, go in California. And, you know, you're not quite at go, but you need to be ready and getting set because of the conditions that we are monitoring.
Yeah, and it's, so, you know, it's there in front of us, right? We know the conditions are on the way, and you just hope that it doesn't get too bad where you are. But red flag warnings, they are in place here across a good chunk of Southern California.
A particular dangerous situation, red flag warning. You hear this PDS language used when it comes to tornado watches sometimes, but this is a red flag warning. That is a PDS. And so, you know, make sure that you are ready to take action. We could expect destructive winds. Obviously, the fire threat is a big one, but winds 50 to 80, locally near 100 miles per hour, could take down big trees, which could fall on your vehicle, your home. I mean, there's just a lot of damage that could happen.
Yeah, so
potentially life-threatening.
Even outside of the fire threat, that's going to be a big thing that we have to follow through as well. And again, with that wind, any fires that do get going, they could spread very, very quickly.
So expecting that critical fire risk, it will ramp up through the day as the wind continues to ramp up. You can see areas from Santa Clarita to Los Angeles extending around to Riverside, those strong winds. And it's extreme tomorrow. It really goes through the overnight. In fact, the Weather Service talking about some of the peak winds will be from about 10 p.m. tonight through the overnight into tomorrow morning.
So definitely got to be ready to on the notice here overnight for potential issues there. Here are some of the alerts in terms of wind, high wind warnings anywhere in the dark shade of purple, and then the lighter shade, we've got wind advisories. Some of those even extend up towards the Bay Area.
You know, with the pattern that we're seeing, and it's a real big, deep trough actually that's cut in here, and then we've got that surface high pressure helping direct the winds. The wind will probably start from the north at first and then shift to the northeast, and it's that downsloping that will really help accelerate the winds.
And as it downslopes, it compresses and really dries out. So a drying, very gusty wind that we're going to be having to contend with. There we go. By the time we get into later on this evening, afternoonish, we got relative humidity values. I mean, teens and 20s in terms of the percentages. Very, very dry conditions, only getting drier as we head into Wednesday.
Yeah. So right now we do have a couple of active fires, no rain in the forecast. And so the concern, of course, is that, you know, with the dryness that we've had and with these winds and the drying out of the air that's going to happen, that, you know, things could go downhill pretty quickly. When you look at these Santa Ana events, when they happen, it is wintertime. This is the season for that.
Yeah, right in the heart of it. So we've got a couple more months to deal with it before we see these events come down as we move through the spring into the summer. Well, coming up here on America's